Hi, I'm Keith and I'm here in the Heart Bar in Belfast with Benny Dreadful.
Hi, I'm Benny. I'm lead singer and rhythm guitar player of the Penny Dreadfuls.
Hello, just first of all, tell me how you first got involved in music.
Yep, I first got involved in music because I had a cool cousin, which I'd say an awful lot of people probably got involved with, like some member of their family. But he used to play guitar, picked it up, showed me how to play it. My dad had always been a big music influence to me through just playing records and stuff wherever I went, whether it be Bowie or Pulp or Nirvana or whatever it was. So always into music, but cousin came along and started getting into that kind of thing. Style and music sort of went hand in hand, so for a good long time I was doing that. And then, like anything, when you start playing guitar, you want to see if you're actually good at it and prove yourself. So
garage rock is probably my favourite music because it's rock and roll at its purest form to me. It's the original punk. There's no airs and graces with it. It's made to be played in your mate's garage. That's what you do. There's no worrying about sound. It is just attitude and energy and everything that rock and roll should be about. For that reason, Belfast has been one of the big players. In terms of relevance to what's going on and the sort of thing that we would want to do, there's nothing happening at the minute in this town. Well, there is things happening, but it's very, very much underground. But even I would go so far as to say the UK, there is nothing happening, and with the rock and roll that I love, that's really making it out there, and it is happening in America. There's just this absolute amazing resource of people pulling in ideas and different things in both rock and roll, psychedelia, every little subgenre that I absolutely love, and it's not happening here. So,
do you think it ever could happen here?
Well, it will happen here, and it'll always happen. And as much as I do say it's not happening here, it's a lie. There are bunches of people like me and others that are doing their own efforts towards it, but it'll never be big. It should never be big, to be honest, because it is outsider music. Rock and roll is always the underdog. It's always the thing that's fighting against what's going on in the rest. It's always the one voice, you know. When you see everything's calm and dandy, it's the one guy standing in the middle of the room going "fuck you" for no reason other than just "fuck you." That's why. So it'll never make it big again, never will. But then again, I don't think it ever should. But at the same time, the biggest music I think that's sold here is country and western, because you have people, as we speak, queuing up to get Garth Brooks tickets, I believe, in Campton and all sorts of madness. So it's one of those places that's ultimately at odds with itself.
So what do you think about the actual venues in Belfast? What do you think about the standard, the stage, the sound system, the engineers and so on?
Engineers, by and large, absolutely lovely people. Haven't met many, and there's a few fantastically talented ones, very, very, very talented ones. In terms of venues, I would say my favourite venue is the Menagerie. Just it's exactly what a venue should be, and it's one to take the risks to put on wee weird things and interesting nights. Second favourite would probably be Voodoo, because of the sound system, and also there's no stage. I don't really like playing on stages because you can't run in and grab somebody, stuff like that. But as a whole, they're probably not great. Stage size is never usually big enough. There's an awful lot of sound systems that are a bit dodgy or a bit ropey, but it's not something that I would ever complain about. You make do with what you got and you do it yourself. In terms of the other things, there's that many of them that I suppose is pretty good. There has been a few closed down, which is a pity, but...
Are you aware of any kind of sort of path that bands can follow to sort of try and elevate themselves to the next plateau, the next...
Well, a lot of kiss arson would probably be the best way to elevate yourself here, but that's not something I'd be interested in.
Well, do you have your own unique sort of path you're following? You've got like a set of goals?
Not really. Oh, you always have a yard post. You always have like something that you're working towards the next thing. You know, keep yourself busy. Like my thing now at the minute is making records. So as I make records, as I can pass them on, see where that gets us. If that gets us to another gig, or that gets us somewhere else, or further afield, or somebody likes it and somebody wants me to do something else. That's the next thing. then the next thing after that will probably be writing more songs, and as soon as I do like a single, I want to do another single, and as soon as I do that one, I want to do an album, as soon as I play this venue, I want to play that venue. It's always just sort of moving the yard post a bit further, basically, or playing with a certain band. But bands here, by and large, the venues open to, or the routes to success open to them aren't, nothing's 100%, nothing's surefire. Like, I heard stories about a particular band who are very big now, when being approached by a major record label, they handed their stuff out towards a major record label went, I actually really like this, but is there any chance that you could do it a wee bit more like this? And they already had 5 other versions recorded and ready to go. So that's great business sense. Passion sense, nah, it's not really. It's not wearing your heart in your sleeve and sticking by your guns, really.
Have you played any festivals?
No, I have not. I've never played a festival. There's one big festival here that I was supposed to play. Or no, well, not supposed to play. I was asked by people to ask the people, could we play it? And I wanted to do it because, you know, fun and sun and all that stuff. But that's too much rigmarole jumping. I've had to jump through hoops, going through like nonsense, talking to somebody who asked me to send it to another email address, who then told me it was the same person that sent it to our email address, and told me that it was already fully booked. So once again, it's one of those ones.
Are you aware of any interest in your group across the border or even further?
Anyone that I've played, it's one of those ones that anyone that I've played with, or their promotion, or their people that have been with them, their entourage, seem to have a lot of interest in us. But very awkward. It's an awkward situation for my band because you've got 5 people, 3 of which have wives and kids, and are in their 30s or 40s. So it all started as a bit of a laugh and something that we want to. We've been doing it for so long, and actually people seem to enjoy it so much that we thought, right, we've got to make some records. But
how long has the band been going for?
About 3 years. But in that 3 years, we had 3 practices before we actually played our first gig, and we have just been gigging pretty much constantly. We've taken a bit of a break now because we want to actually write more stuff and get recording, instead of just playing the same, I don't know, 10 or 11 tunes every night. But you know, so
what motivates you to write and get on stage and play? Why do you do what you do?
I would. The only real answer to it is anything else is a waste of my time, or I feel that I'm wasting my time. It's something that, from pretty early on, it's something that I've always wanted to do, and I will probably continually do it till I've got no power left to play. But it's a weird one. You're scared the first time you get up, but as soon as you get that kind of feeling, you do want to try more and more. And also, not to sound like a cocky arsehole, and I probably will, but I've got a bit of a belief in myself that I can do something somewhere. So I just want to see if I can or not.
It's good. Thanks very much.
No problem at all, man.
Good lads. All right.